Hi guys, I'm Sapphire of Sapphire Speak, and I am here with your oracle reading for today. So the cards I pulled: Loyal Heart, number 35. To Be Fair, number 38. All That Glitters, number 16. A Change in the Winds, yes. Number 12. Co-Create, number 40. A Leg Up, number 34. Building Blocks, number 28. The Wisdom of the Night cards, I feel, are cards. These cards have those, these are our lingering thoughts, our lingering feelings, those things that are being processed out, those what ifs, what if this doesn't work out, those type of things, those negative thoughts. Rigid, number 30. Denial, number 14. Number 18, Forbidden. And number 38, Deceit. Ooh, okay. So let's start with what we got. So the crazy thing is, I just had this conversation. About us doing things that no longer serve us. Like, we are in the space of, and it's also to get us to take a look at ourselves and realize the ways that a lot of times, especially from what I saw about myself, that the way in which I was doing things, or the way in which I was thinking about myself, or the way in which I was living my life, had a lot to do with how I was raised and what I knew and what I saw. And so, again, one of the most beautiful things that I've heard is that when you surround yourself around people who are looking like your future, your actions start to, you start to repeat those actions. You start to do those things because this is what you want. And so you start to step up. But when you start to surround yourself with people that look like your past, or people that look like a situation in which you've outgrown your actions, it starts to mimic those people as well. So it's for us to know that we are surrounded by so many people in this world, so that we can constantly elevate. If these people do not mimic the actions of what it is that you want to see in your life, even if it comes down to your prayer life. One of the things that I realize is that a lot of us have been stuck in a way of praying to God and praying to the universe and praying to or doing things that no longer serve us. So if that doesn't serve you, if you're not seeing results from it, we have all the information and the tools in the world. All these tools. It is time for us to get into this mindset of elevation, of releasing the past, of getting out of the old and stepping into something new. Again, I had this conversation today, so it's crazy that this information would come out in the cards, and maybe that's, it's something that you all need to hear. If the way that your mom prayed, isn't working for you, or the way that your dad prayed, or the way that you were taught in church, or whatever, isn't working for you, it is up to you. This is your life, your own life, your life. You cannot expect somebody else to make things happen for you. Because if that's the case, once that person leaves your life or whatever, you'll be stuck. You'll be in this pit thinking that, okay, well, life isn't working for me. No, you're not working life for you. You're not working your own life for you. It is your job and your duty to make your life the best life that you have. It has nothing to do with anybody else. I don't care what type of relationship you're in. Like, that person is a manifestation of you being on the right track. That person is a manifestation of the things it is that you need to work on. That person is a manifestation of you doing what it is that you need to do to get to where you need to be. That person is not your end all be all of that or whatever, because again, if that person is no longer in your life, where would you be? Where would your life be? So yes, they are a manifestation of love, of grace, of peace, of situations that you also need to look within yourself to work out, but not your end all be all. They are not your life. Do not do that to yourself, okay? Don't do it to yourself. Don't do it to yourself. So what I feel, what I see, oh, yes, 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 justice, what you've been asking for, what you've been, that change in the wind, that those situations manifesting themselves, our manifestations coming to life. We are starting to see that there is something that is changing. The tides are changing. It's your time now, boo. It's your time. It's your time. You strong now. You strong. You have this. You got this. You've been lighting your candles. You've been talking to your creators, your ancestors, your God. You are ready to start taking those steps. If you have not already, things are starting to come into place to help you, a leg up, to put you where you need to be. There, you're starting to get answers. You're starting to get ideas. You're starting to get visions and dreams. You are starting to put all of these pieces together, and that is what is changing. That is what is changing this wind. You are deciding to not sit there and just take whatever life is giving you. You're deciding to manifest what it is that you want. You don't know how it's going to come. You don't know how it's going to happen. And that's not your business. Again, that is not your business. It is only up to you to put yourself in a position to make those steps. That's it. It's your job to make those steps. It's your job to take those steps, those dreams. It's your job. All that glitters. All that glitters, co-create, little heart building blocks. Okay. Let me read you something on building blocks that I thought was beautiful. It's a strong foundation, a beautiful work in progress. You have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Come on now. Will they stand the test of time and serve as the solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly a remarkable and beautiful design. Come on, speak. Speak. And that's what we need to ask ourselves. Are the things it is that we believe, are they limiting us? Are we living our lives according to what somebody else told us that we can have? Are we living our lives according to, well, my mom said and my dad said? And you have to understand that they got their information from their parents, and their parents got their information from their parents. And again, depending on what their parents and all of this information was, they were not too far from slavery, or feeling like they were living their lives in a box. So their mindset is according to this box. And even if that is not the case, that box has nothing to do with you. If you believe that you can be the next billionaire or whatever, throw the fucking box away. If you believe that there is nothing too hard for God, then you need to throw anything away that puts limitations on the God it is that you know God to be. If these traditions that were passed down or whatever does not fit what it is that you need, I'm not saying be disrespectful in any way or whatever, but you have to live a life that is good for you, because your kids are watching, people are watching, people need to see. You need to see. You need to see how God, our universe, our ancestors, or whatever work for you, in you, through you. Again, for me, myself, as long as I looked at myself through the eyes of people who, felt however they felt about me, I couldn't see the things it is that I was doing. As long as I was telling myself that negative thoughts, those negative things, well, you don't have money, you don't have this, you don't have that. I didn't have it. And I was relying on people. I was relying on the people that broke me and reliving this broken story. Well, you know what? I didn't have this and that. I didn't have anybody to tell me how to live life. I didn't have this structure. I didn't have anybody to go to. So of course I'm not making it in life. Come on now. But I had to step out of that because what I've known my creator to be, what I've known faith to be, what I've known myself as this woman walking towards her new chapter to be, it had nothing to do with the rules. It had nothing to do with what anybody said. None of that. So I had to let that go. And was that painful? Fuck yes. I had to let those limitations go. I had to let the fact that I had been traumatized all my life go. I had to let that go and let that shit just be buried in the past. It is what it is, and let it be. That created the foundation. Great. Every superhero has a foundation. They also have that moment in their lives in which they decide who it is that they want to be. So it's time for you to decide who the fuck you want to be. How do you want to live your life? All that glitters, again, that's that you seeing and you realizing the shit that you were taught, the shit that you were doing no longer works for you. Working for a job where you are stressed and completely drained, doing things the same way that people have told you that they should be done, and living in this little okey doke life or whatever, that don't work for you. As you seeing it, and you calling in something else, you doing something different, you manifesting a different type of life, because who deserves it? You deserve it. Co-create. Come on. The building blocks. Come on. Loyal heart. Yes. You have everything you need. All of those lessons. All of those things. All of those things help you define the life it is that you want and you deserve and you need. It's not just I want this. I need this to feel happy. I need this to feel safe and secure. I need this to be able to go on. I need to be surrounded by people who speak life into me. I need this. This is what I need. You have the building blocks. You have the discernment, the intuition, all of that. You know what it looks like. You know what it feels like. You know what the deliciousness tastes like. You know what it feels like to have people around you who you can trust, you can tell your secrets to, and these motherfuckers won't say a word. You know what that's like. And if you don't know what it's like, manifest the fuck out of that shit. I'm good for writing shit down. This is what I want. This is what I need. This is what I needed to feel like. This is what I needed to bring me. This is what I need to go forward. And to understand and doing that, loyal heart. These are the people that are surrounding you. This is your tribe. These are the people that have come into your life. These are the manifestations that are in your life. These are the things that are loyal to you. You have loyal heart. What is it that you want to do? What is it that you want to see? What does it feel like to you? Your dreams, your goals, your desires are loyal to you. Yes, you tried it before and it didn't work. Whatever. Tried it. It didn't work. Yes, I tried marriage. It didn't work. Does that mean I'm never going to get married again? Absolutely not. Am I going to try it knowing what I know now? Being more discerning about things? Learning and looking at things from a different perspective or different situation? Yes. Co-create what it is that you want to. Manifest the fuck out of that shit. This is what I want. This is what I deserve. Okay? You have it. You have everything it is that you need to create the life it is that you desire. And if you don't, YouTube is a bad motherfucker. I would, instead of spending your time on YouTube just looking at mundane shit, look at these people these billionaires and millionaires. And I'm not saying, focus solely on that, but visualizations, where they live. Create a vision board. Create some goals that scare the fuck out of you, and commit to that shit. It doesn't have to be hard. Commit to some amazing goals and put the work in. You have everything that you need to create this shit. And for these underlying energies, because we need to address this: deceit, rigid, denial, forbidden. Of course, when we're manifesting, because we're coming out of this mindset of we can't, we shouldn't, we don't. Well, they didn't. That don't mean that you can't have it. That doesn't mean that you can't have it. We have to understand that. And I saw the most beautiful thing from the Trap Witch. I think that's her name. She's absolutely fucking amazing. But the most beautiful thing from her is that that she said today was that you have to be happy-go-lucky. You can't spend your life looking for the pitfalls or the holes, because if that's what you spend your life looking for, you'll never see the beauty in life. What you will always see is what you are expecting. I'm expecting the shoe to drop. I'm expecting this to happen. Oh yeah, I love him or I love her or whatever, but she's this, he's this, they're this. They're not helping with this. They're not doing this. Instead of affirming what it is that you want to see in this life. And by all means, I'm not saying don't not see the bullshit. If it's some shit that you just cannot deal with, please by all means get that person out of your fucking life. Don't sit up and hold on to this fuckery. But if this is some little shit, and honestly, we all need to take some inventory or whatever in here to see if we are tripping, because a lot of time we tripping. A lot of time I be tripping. I'm a Pisces. My energy goes and flows. So one moment I'm absolutely in love, the next moment I'm on a mountaintop like this and this and this. Come on now. Come on. So sometimes we need to do some inventory right here. And we need to see if this little shit outweighs all the good shit. We need to take some inventory with our own lives. Realize that maybe sometimes we need to come back to the drawing board and we need to redefine our manifestations. We need to define what it is that we think this is. We think happiness should look like, love, relationships, all of that shit should look like. What does stability look like? We need to go back to the drawing board and define what those things are for us, because sometimes if we see them on paper and we look at the thing it is that we have, it can be right in front of us and we not realize it. And we also have to understand that when we bring other people into our lives, no matter in what regards they're in our lives, friendships, relationships, situationships, booships, or whatever, nobody is absolutely fucking perfect. We all trying to get this shit together. We're all working on us. Hopefully we're all working on ourselves to be better people, so that we can receive and see the thing it is that we want and need and desire in our life, so that we can see the manifestations. So I don't want to make this any longer, because I'll talk about this shit all day long. But I hope that you enjoyed this message. I am Sapphire. My YouTube is Sapphire Speaks. My IG is only one Sapphire, and you can definitely DM me if you want a reading. I would love to read for you. No problem. That's what I do. And as always, y'all be blessed and be safe.